This segment will show you how to reinitialize a motor and how to replace a defective motor. Occasionally, you may find that a drive motor in one of your dispensers has lost track of where it is. This can happen if a product jams a helix to the point of stalling the drive motor. When this happens, you'll need to reinitialize or rehome the motor. Just follow these steps to get your remote dispensing station back online. Unlock and fully open the door on the remote dispensing station. The keypad will switch over to service mode and show the total number of motors that are communicating with the keypad. If you suspect that all the motors in your remote dispensing station need to be reset, or you wish to observe all the motors to determine which ones are not working, press 00 on the keypad. All the motors in your remote dispensing station will drive to the home position. If there is only one motor that you know is not working, simply input the bin number of the faulty motor into the keypad, and only that motor will drive to the home position. You may want to cycle the motor a few more times to make sure it is working okay. Now verify that the motor has returned to the home position by looking at it to make sure it actually returned to the home position. If none of the motors respond to the home command, there is a section later on in this video instruction guide that steps you through the process to reinitialize the entire remote dispensing station. Please note, when the remote dispensing station is in service mode, it does not keep track of any items that are dispensed during troubleshooting. Make sure you place any items dispensed while you worked on the dispenser back into the proper bin. Once the motors have been reinitialized, close the front door completely and relock the door. Adjust the inventory for the repaired bin to reflect the items that were not dispensed when the bin stopped working. At times, it may become necessary to replace a motor that will not respond to movement commands. Prior to replacing a motor, perform the following steps to make sure the motor needs replacement. Check all disabled helixes for improperly loaded product or product jamming. Remove all product from the bin with the suspected bad motor. Run a single selection motor test by inputting the bin number into the keypad. Observe the motor to see if it's trying to move or does not move at all. If it tries to move, remove the helix coil and rerun the test to see if the helix is jamming the motor. If the motor still does not move, check all wiring and connectors for that motor to make sure the motor is connected properly. If the problem is with the motor itself, the motor should be replaced. Use care when handling the motor. Depending on the failure state, the motor may be very hot. You may want to let the motors cool down before handling the motor. To replace the motor on a particular shelf, remove all product from the shelf that the failed motor is located on. Remove the entire shelf, as shown earlier, and place the shelf on a level working surface. Remove the motor cover by pulling up on the tabs on each end. Now, disconnect all the wires going to the motor and place them out of the way. Lift the motor past the retaining lip and pull the motor free of the helix auger coupling assembly. Attach the new motor to the auger coupling and drop it into the shelf. Reconnect all the wires back onto the new motor and reattach the motor cover. Reinstall the back tray into the remote dispensing system, using the steps shown previously in this instruction guide. Run the single motor test by inputting the bin number into the keypad. If the motor still does not run, contact AutoCrib technical support for further troubleshooting directions. If the motor runs correctly, close and lock the front door. Then correct any inventory discrepancies that occurred when the motor failed to dispense product. On occasion, you may need to reinitialize the entire remote dispensing unit. This may happen due to power surges or spikes, lost or intermittent communication errors, or physical damage to the dispenser. Usually, an indicator that the dispenser needs reinitialization is the loss of communication with the keypad or barcode scanner gun. To reinitialize the entire unit, use the following steps. Power the dispenser down using the power panel assembly switch. Wait at least 5 seconds for all the electronics inside the dispenser to power down. Turn the power switch to the on position. Wait 30 seconds. Close and relock the front door if it was opened. perform a single item dispense at the keypad to make sure the dispenser is working. Update the inventory database to account for items dispensed during troubleshooting or reinitialization. If performing a complete reinitialization of the dispenser does not bring it back online, contact AutoCrib technical support for further troubleshooting instructions.